Welcome to CrashRacer. Today we're playing Wreckfest and we're going to do some multiplayer online racing, starting with a race at the Rattlesnake race park. 6 laps around here then, 15 of us in the race. I am using the Hammerhead RS. These are going to be 3 A-class races. Oh, big crash down the inside. Need to watch coming into this tight right hand corner. Another spinner in front. We've got a nice tight line here. Oh, too tight, got knocked onto the inside. And wheels over the inside embankment. Fortunately we didn't flip over and we are off and away again up by the side of this hot bomb just outside. Can we turn in, or are they there? Another big crash there. A car over on its roof. We are side by side here coming down into this tight left hand corner. Just got to watch we don't get clipped on the outside. That car spun round and we are up into 3rd place as it stands. Now can we get a nice clean run up here, and can we get around this corner without getting spun? Now just got spun there, handbrake on, can we get it turned? Managed to keep it straight at least. So 4th place behind this Raiden as we come down for the end of the first lap then. Yeah, a lot of crashes, bumps, bashes, but 4th place is probably not a bad start. Oh, that car's flying around the outside, they're surely not going to be able to hold that. And we are up into 3rd place. That Raiden alongside us though in the other lane. Are they going to switch across? Hopefully not. Oh, they are. They've squeezed across and they've flipped right over. We can't do anything about this. Tried to push round the back of them to spin them round and push through, but they were reversing to stop us doing that. So then had to go the front way, which has obviously released us now into 3rd place, but that means they are right behind us. 1st and 2nd, with all this battling, have managed to pull away. They're quite close to each other actually. We should see them to the right. Yeah, just about as they're going down the straight. Oh, Raiden's up the inside. Couldn't do anything to protect that. They just dived into that little gap. They've not got good grip though, pulling away from the corner, and we are now a little bit ahead. We should be able to turn into this corner safely with any luck. I'm going to brake, hold it quite tight if possible. That's the fastest way. Of course it is dangerous if you've got cars close behind though. Right, is there any way we can catch up with these 2 leaders now? Both about 7 seconds ahead. Gap is suddenly coming down to one of them though. Have they had a crash? Yeah, there they are, coming out of ghost mode. So the 2 leaders have been battling with each other, and I'm guessing from where that's reset, one of them got pushed over the edge of the track and had to reset. Leader is now about 6 seconds ahead. See if there's any chance we can catch them. That other Hammerhead is chasing us down behind. 2nd place then as we cross the line for the midway point of the race, and about 6-7 seconds behind the leader. Already pulled out a 2-3 second gap back to 3rd place. Keep an eye on that though, where have to watch if they're closing on us at all. No back markers in the way at the moment. The leader is starting to get towards back markers actually. There's a lot of back markers going down the finish straight, and that was the leader there over to the right. Yeah, so they're catching up with the group, so never know, it might slow them down with any luck. We've had a good lap here and have extended the lead back to 2nd place by another second or 2. Might have closed slightly to the leader, but probably not much in it. 2 laps then. See if we can catch this leader up. There's the first back marker for us to try and get past. Got to watch, of course, overtaking these cars. They might try and take me out. Where's that one going to go? Can we slip up the inside? I need to get the power down, try and accelerate away and get out of danger before the hairpin bend at the top. They're right behind us. Hopefully they don't try and take us out. No, we're okay. Nice fast tight corner and we're away safely down the straight. Gap, if anything, has gone up slightly to the leader, so I don't think there's any chance we've got of catching them unless they make a big mistake on their own or of course get tangled up overtaking some of these cars that they're trying to get through. Likewise though, we are really safe behind now. We've got a good lead back to third place, so it looks like it's going to be a second place unless anything happens. We've got a killer pig in front of us. I tell you what, they're handling that pretty well on a course like this. Of course, not really ideally made to be racing around uneven surfaces like this, but yeah, they're doing a good job. Leader must be over the line any second now. Yeah, there they are, over the line. Good win for them. Nothing we could do, but a pretty good second place. See what the best lap times were like. Ours was a 52.4. Leaders was very similar. They were slightly quicker, so we were always going to struggle to catch them, but we were at least competitive. Today's second online race is going to be at the Eagles Peak Motor Park. Stayed in the Hammerhead RS. There's quite a few in Hammerhead, so I want to stick with that to stay competitive. In A-class races, you probably either need to be in this car or possibly the Raiden RS to be really competitive. If you're winning the race in any other car than those two, then you're doing very well. Right up behind the lead two here. Can we sneak up the inside? Is that a Gorby? Never quite sure of all the names of the cars on Wreckfest. I think that was a Gorby that we just slipped up the inside. Up into an early lead then. Car up the inside though. Can we slip back up the inside and retake? Yeah, they went slightly wide. Right. Need to get a nice tight corner here. Let it drift wide around the edge of the ramp, down the grass, and then I always bring it back onto the tarmac. Some of the other cars stay out wide and swing it in even sharper, which I think the car behind has done. We are in the lead though as we cross the line for the end of the first lap. Good first lap then. Obviously they've got that car right behind within a second, but then there's a bit of a gap, 3 or 4 seconds back to the other cars. No problems as yet with the crossovers, but as soon as the pack starts to spread out at all, we're going to have issues with cars trying to avoid them on the crossovers. There's that many crossovers on this track that it's not even, you don't even have to be a long way back to come up against other cars. Again, we've taken that nice and tight. Just got to watch not to get the wheels too much over that embankment on the inside, as it can flip you over. Again, we're clear to race down the side here. Just watching ahead. There's a car here. Can we pull in behind it? Yeah, there's a nice get in behind. Didn't compromise us too much. Good second lap then, and if anything we are very slightly further ahead than we were on the previous lap. Again, quick glance at the map. Looks like we're clear here to shoot down the outside, and we're going to come out perfectly here as well, just behind this car, before we have to brake to cut across here. Whoa, that's not a nice place for that back marker to be wandering round the wrong way. Saw it way too late to do anything about it. That's cost us, and second place is right alongside and up the inside now. Are they going to... Whoa, we've got to brake. Whoops. Managed to hold a nice tight line and again avoid those cars on the crossover. Yeah, second place is right with us now. Can we sneak ahead of that one? That must have been close, and we've got another car wandering around the track. What are all these cars doing? I mean, it's one thing meeting them on the crossover, but when they're just ambling in totally the wrong direction, you've got no chance. That has really cost us that time, and we are now back in second place. Bit of a gift there for that other car. They've managed to get over that crossover safe. That's going to be close for us, but we're through as well. A couple of cars here. They're going to sneak in front. We're going to sneak behind. I've got to try and stay close to this car now, not let them pull a gap. Yeah, that was a real shame with those cars getting in the way. Nothing I could do. Didn't see them until too late, and just didn't even expect cars to be coming in that direction. Again, that's really close there. Just sneaked in front of one. It's going to be close here as well. Am I going to have to brake? They might be ahead of me. Yeah, we're through okay. Nice gap down here again. I think the leader had to brake, so we've probably closed just slightly towards the end of that lap. Okay, 2 laps to go. We seem to be able to match the leader, but at the moment not able to do enough to close up on them. Just need to keep the pressure on, hope they make a little mistake, allow us to close up, or of course see if they come a cropper with some of the back markers. There's a car there, they might have had to brake slightly. Apart from those cars wandering around the back way, we've actually been fairly lucky with cars on the crossover. We've hit gaps most of the time. Leaders getting through clean as well though. They're going to have to brake there. Oh, they've been hit, have they? And they've pushed that one in the way. I can't get right up the inside of it. Little clip as well. I'm going to have to brake that, so I'm going to be in the barriers. Yeah, leader hit one of the cars, but didn't really hit them badly enough to get knocked off track or slowed down that much, so hasn't really helped enormously. We are slightly closer and we can nip round the outside of that one in ghost mode before it gets in our way. Another couple of cars here. They've gone for a gap and they've been hit again. Can we sneak up the outside? They've hit us and rammed us wide. We're going to be on the inside for this corner. We've got to be strong round here. Oh, that spun them round. I need to get inside that barrier. We are away and behind this back marker. Rest of the cars are way behind, so no problem with any other cars catching up. We've got a gap here as well. They've recovered pretty quick though and are only a couple of seconds behind us. Just need to get a good corner here. They're not close enough to be able to take us out. A few seconds back. We are going to grab a win here. I just took advantage there of a crash on that crossover and we're through for a win. 54.6 second best lap for ourselves. Second place was slightly quicker, so yeah, not a surprise we were struggling to catch them. Third and final online race today is going to be at the big Valley Speedway. We're on the outer oval loop, so as always I've gone for a much sturdier vehicle. I've gone for a heavily armoured Warwagon for this race because yeah, with this race of course you want to try and win, but your first goal has got to be to attempt to complete all 6 laps, which is easier said than done. There's a lot already got involved in a bit of a scuffle and they're already going to be down on damage. I want to try and get a good few clean laps in if possible. I mean, this is really good that we're way up ahead at the start. Of course that does mean we've got a lot of oncoming traffic then as we turn around here and are going to be racing back down the opposite way. Yeah, if possible I just want to protect my damage as much as possible. I'm not even bothered about holding the lead particularly. Obviously if we can that's great, but if you get your car badly damaged on these first few laps, there's a long way still to complete, and of course if you get really damaged you then become a bit of a sitting target to other cars to hit as well, especially if you're up at the front as we are. Gonna hold it tight. Oh, someone else had the same idea but we managed to slip inside. Whoops, bit of a side on hit there, not too much damage. Still got quite a good lead, but again I would rather waste time trying to avoid collisions and use the lead we've got that way than try and extend it particularly. Again I'm going to hold it tight here because a lot will run wide for the corner. We might nip across now, just watching on the map for any other cars. There's already one car wrecked there. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. There's always a lot of cars don't finish this race. Yeah, obviously you could still pick something like a Raiden or a Hammerhead, and oh, they've tried to take me out there. A little bit surprised because I think that was the second place car and they've gone for a head-on crash, which is fine, but they slowed themselves up as much as they slowed us up, and also I think our car is easily as heavily armoured as theirs, so they're not going to come out on top in that battle, not yet. Yeah, you can of course try and pick a much faster, quicker car to race around here, but as I say, if you don't complete the race then it doesn't make any difference what position you're in. Big hit there, that spun us round. Again, a little bit fortunate really, not taking too much damage. Halfway stage, and we've got 65 damage left. That's I'd like to have had a little bit more really, but that's not too bad. Now of course there's more cars wrecked and out of the race, so less cars to hit us, but of course as the race goes on, some of the cars further back will be aiming for the collisions and wrecks a lot more. That is assuming that they've got plenty of damage left. Anyone who's really damaged, like that car there at the back, is more likely to be avoiding the crashes. Leader is 5 seconds behind. There they are there. Again, I'm just going to hold it tight here. That normally works well. Of course, someone else might have the same idea. Wreck car running across the track. We can just sneak inside without taking any damage. They're going to go for us? No, they had very little damage left, so they could have easily, whoops, I need a gap. Yeah, they could have easily taken us out or had a big head-on collision with us, but I think they knew they probably would have wrecked themselves if they did. Don't know how many cars we've got left. There's a lot of wrecked cars now. There must be 5, 6 wrecked cars easily. A lot round here. Still got a 5-second lead, and then quite a big lead back to the other places, 3rd, 4th, etc. If we could get up close behind one of these back markers, that'd be quite good as well. It's quite good. Obviously you don't want to follow too close behind other cars, because then if they're in a crash you're immediately involved as well. But if you can get a little bit close, then they can offer a bit of protection in the oncoming cars. Will hit them before they hit you. Are they going around the other way? No, I think they've crashed. Someone's crashed there, even though they're not right. Here they are coming out of ghost mode. We can sneak past. Just got to watch they don't try and take us out. Oh, big head-on collision, but that's wrecked them. We've still got 50 damage left, and we've only got about half of this lap still to do. Just got to go around the loop back one more time and then back down the straight again. Big collision there. I wouldn't be surprised if that wiped out that back marker, did it? No, they're still going. They're still going. Very little damage left. So if they try and take us out, that's not going to end well for them. Where have they gone actually? They're in ghost mode. They obviously got stuck in the barrier or in the cars, I guess. We've just got to get down here, and we're fairly close behind this car behind. That's going to offer a bit of protection just in case there's any oncoming cars. Can't see any though, nothing around, and we are through for a final win for today's video. Yeah, good win. Nowhere near the fastest lap, but it's about consistency when you're racing around that track. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed those 3 online races. If you did, like and subscribe, and see you soon.